the Drizzle YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and also the notification bell. And also, welcome back to the 2K21 San Antonio Spurs franchise. Last time we were in the Spurs franchise, it was early in January. I played a couple games, went through a couple games, and we have some big things to go through in this episode right here. Mainly being Lonnie Walker, Norman Powell, and Trey Jones are all players that we're looking to see what we could get for them. Keldon Johnson is going to be the last resort to try to throw in a trade. Simple reason. He's not playing too good either, but the fact that his contract next year would get on team option that's only $4 million, it doesn't make any sense. But Norman Powell getting paid this much, we got him mainly for his shooting and defense. He's a great 3-and-D player. But with Cade and DeJounte Murray, we are pretty good for a front court, and also he can't guard any small forwards, which makes us really a big liability against people when we play like people like LeBron, Kevin Durant, Giannis, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George. Then also Lonnie Walker, who's been shooting pretty good, but besides that has been doing nothing. Was a free agent at the end of this year. Trey Jones is just he's not gonna have no point in his team with Cade, DeJounte Murray, and Marcus Garrett coming up, who's way better on defense. Some people we could look to target are possibly Buddy Hield. He's a big contract. We're going to give up a lot for him. The Kings aren't too good, so it will be a pretty easy trade to make, especially with him being expendable. But we have to pay 18, 18, and 20 until he's 31 years old, which not the best option for us. Then we have somebody like Kevin Love. He is probably the last resort option. And when I think about this trade, it will be a 1-year thing. Simple reason, we would use him for this year, try to make a deep of a playoff run if we can, because he would help. The 6'8" power forward who can knock down shots. And then we will put him as one of our players that we don't protect for the expansion draft for the two relocation teams coming into the league next year. Ben McLemore is somebody I would like to get. Some recent sign come off the bench who could shoot a pretty high level and is getting paid barely anything. Tristan Thompson, another 1-year player, 1-year team player who could get some boards. And also, as last time we saw this team, we had Cade Cunningham is playing out of his mind, averaging 37, 6, and 6 in the steal per game, who right now is actually leading the MVP discussion over people like Jokic, who's almost averaging a triple-double, and Joel Embiid with 25, 15, and Trae Young with 32 and 11. And also him and Evan Mobley, obviously, for Rookie of the Year. Jalen Green also having an amazing rookie year, as long as Sharif Cooper and Davion Mitchell. Devontae Graham, Jonathan Isaac, Chris Paul for Defensive Player of the Year. He's up there, only averaging almost 3 steals per game. So we keep going down here. Alright, so we go to mock drafts. We have the Pistons pick for this year. It's unprotected, so you have it. We're still going to have to figure out, do we decide to trade it or use the pick? Because there's really nobody in the draft that I can honestly want too badly, but we could get a pretty good player with it. And there is definitely looking like it's going to be some trades coming up soon, or possibly even this episode. Really, it's going to involve the Wizards. Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal both will be free agents at the end of this year. The Wizards aren't too good. They would like to get picks back. A team that has massive interest in Bradley Beal is the Portland Trail Blazers. Putting Bradley Beal next to Dame will be a deadly backcourt duel. You could possibly even make an argument that's better than Clay and Steph. And then you have Westbrook, who a team like the Lakers would desperately use. The problem with the Lakers, they would have to give up pretty much their whole bench for him. And I'm sorry, guys, if you hear like a rattling sound, they're cutting the grass next door. So we're going to see what happens in this episode with all the trades, with us trying to get people like Ben McLemore, Buddy Hield, and even KCP, just somebody we can get for 1 year to knock down shots and play some defense. And look, there's a massive trade that's being finalized now between the Wizards, Lakers, and the Cleveland Cavaliers. The trade includes Russell Westbrook, who's on the last year of his deal, who is planning to re-sign an extension with the Los Angeles Lakers to another 2 years. That's a massive cap hit for the Lakers, but they're getting a pretty good player who is pretty much almost averaging a triple double with 21 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists. The David Bertans trade exception from last year. Anthony Gill, JJ Barea to the Cavs. The Lakers give up Montrezl Harrell, Taylor Horn Tucker, a first round pick, Langston Galloway, Miles McBride, and KCP. The Wizards receive Trey Mann and Lonzo Ball from the Cavs to replace Russell Westbrook. And the Lakers get Vernon Carey and Paul Reed, the two former players we traded for the number 1 overall pick that we selected Cade Cunningham with. The reason the Cavs are doing this trade, mainly, they have a lot of guards. Darius Garland, Lonzo, Colin Sexton, Terry Rozier, Dylan Wildner, Devin Vassell. It was just a log jam, and they had Trey Mann. It was a log jam at the time. Taylor Horton Tucker. You might be asking why are they trying to get Taylor Horton Tucker, the young guard from the Lakers. There's another player on this team that they are looking to trade to another Western Conference team. That will be coming up real soon. Welcome back, and here's the other massive trade that's going on with the Washington Wizards. They'll be trading Bradley Beal, who's averaging 27.8. Raul Neto, Willie Cauley-Stein, a trade exception. The 2026 second round pick, the Sear Little 2024 first round lottery protected, 2022, which is this year, first round pick unprotected, Anthony Simmons, and CJ McCollum. CJ McCollum, who's getting older and older, and his shooting just got worse this year. Bradley Beal is also planning to sign an extension that will keep him here for 4 more years in the city of Portland. He was with Washington for 10 years. Always averaging over 10 points, playing great and a scoring machine, just not being able to win. So next thing we will show, we will go through the extensions, and also the Spurs are trying to look for trades as well. Players have finally signed the extension. Bradley Beal getting a massive contract. Him and Dame will be here for a minimum of 4 years, with Dame and Bradley Beal both having 4 and 5 year contracts. With Bradley Beal getting 34, 37, 40, 43, and 46 mil. His last year on the contract will end at him being 32 years old. And as we go to the Los Angeles Lakers with Russell Westbrook, who will be back to wearing the number 0. He's getting 44, 47, and 51. A contract that will keep him here till he's 35 years old, which is lined up with Anthony Davis's contract, who has a player option after it, and Andre Drummond's contract. That will both lead them into the 31-year-old season. Same thing with DeMar DeRozan's contracts. Alright, as we had done those trades, as you see the media reacting to them, now it gets to our trades. We're looking to trade. Lonnie Walker and Trey Jones are on the trade block. They're going to be looked to be traded before the trade deadline. Norman Powell is just going to be the player if we have to throw him in, if we think we're getting enough value back. Keldon Johnson will be the last possible option. Some reason he's not getting paid that much money. And overall wise, he's technically the second best player on our team. But how he plays nowhere near like it. I mean, he's knocked down from the free throw line, but besides that, ain't nothing else. Somebody like Ben McLemore is definitely somebody I could look to get. But I think right now the biggest one for us would be Buddy Hield. We'll be trading Lonnie Walker, who's 23 years old, Trey Jones, the 2024 first round lottery protected pick from Orlando. We would get the 2024 lottery protected pick from the Kings, and Buddy Hield back. Buddy Hield's who on a bigger contract, but Buddy Hield who's shooting 43% from 3 and 90% from the free throw line. He was playing 25 minutes per game with a 2.7 plus minus that is positive compared to his negative years. This is his first year in the positives, which looks like he could be a great sign. And also with this trade, this does mean Norman Powell has to go. Simple reason, we can't have two 6'5" people playing shooting guard or small forward. We're just not big enough inside. And also, I'll be looking to sign a free agent big who can rebound. And we have finally found a trade for Norman Powell after going through some hard searching. We'll be trading Norman Powell, and the San Antonio Spurs will trade Norman Powell, and the Toronto Raptors will trade Gerald Green to the Houston Rockets. The Spurs will get back the 2026 first round unprotected Houston's first round pick, 2024 second round pick. Swap worse, it's with us, so it really doesn't matter. So pretty much we just get our pick back. Armani Brooks, who we decided to take on it's a 1 year contract, pretty much after this year he won't be back. And DJ Stewart, the late first round pick out of Duke, goes to the Toronto Raptors to play point. Might have a chance with Josh Giddey being there. Have a high chance for a backup. So yeah, this will be the trade. We'll go to the lineup after this. And also we're going to look in free agency to sign up rebounding big. Trying to go for rebounding bigs, and we have finally found one. D12 is the player we'll be signing, who has A plus rebounding and can defend inside. I'm thinking about moving Scotty Barnes to the bench and putting Dwight Howard and Evan Mobley as the front court. That's going to be an impenetrable front court and also a 1 year contract, and he would definitely help us in the playoffs. The man used to play in Houston, so let's try to get him on a little bit of a cheaper contract. 7 mil. How about 725? 725, 2 years is a team option. So we decide he comes back. And he has accepted that offer, which puts us with our new acquisitions being Buddy Hield, Dwight Howard, Armani Brooks, and we did get some picks. Pretty much, if you didn't understand that one pick, we got our second round pick back. It didn't mean nothing. We just swapped it, so now we have the worst. But we did give cap space. But honestly, we lost cap space by doing this, but we didn't give up as much as it seems. Buddy Hield is also now our highest paid player. And also, as this being our highest paid player in the offseason, I definitely looking to see if I could get something back good enough for Dennis Schroeder. Simple reason, I don't know if it's smart enough to pay somebody who's only going to score max about 15 points off the bench, which is good. We'll get somebody like Buddy Hield who could score 18 off the bench. So yeah, go to the lineups and that'll be the end of the episode. This will be the rotation with DeJounte Murray, Cade Cunningham. Keldon Johnson is moved into the starting lineup, see if that could boost his confidence. Dwight Howard at the 4 and Evan Mobley at the 5. That could be one of the best defensive backcourts in the playoffs if we make it. That's what this trade will for. Especially since we're moving Dennis Schroeder to be able to have more control of the second unit, with Buddy Hield being able to stand more, and Scotty Barnes being the main defender, with these two being pretty liable on defense. And also with Keldon Johnson, he's not that much taller, but 6'5" is a big difference from 6'3". We have to go against people like LeBron, Kevin Durant, who else? Kawhi, Paul George. Even people like Donovan Mitchell. And that will be the end of this episode. Next episode, we will go up to the All-Star break. The All-Star draft, I mean. That'll be it for this episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and notification bell. Comment if you want. Peace.